The Gaza Strip and West Bank have been occupied by Israel ever since they emerged the victors of the Six-Day War back in 1967. Palestinians hope both territories will one day be part of a nation state that they can call their own. But as our Britt Clennett reports, that dream is as distant as it's ever been since Hamas's October 7th attack. Much of Gaza is now destroyed, while Israel has, at the same time, been steadily beating the drums of war in the West Bank. Israel's far right says now is the time to annex the territory once and for all.
It may look like home, but just days ago, this family were forced to flee their town of Jenin in the occupied West Bank. Grandfather, grandmother, 10 grandchildren. Sana Al-Zubaydi says they left at a moment's notice. Driving through Burkeen village, where many of the displaced families have fled, you see the faces of slain Palestinian fighters down the years. In Israel, they are terrorists. Here, they are seen as resistance fighters, revered as martyrs. Even Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar, the mastermind of the October 7th attacks, plastered in the town square. Jenin is known as a militant stronghold. This is a place that does not know peace. It isn't Gaza, though you'd be forgiven for thinking it was. Now, war has come to the West Bank. You can see the smoke rising there in the distance, another building demolished, dozens of people killed, thousands displaced in the fiercest fighting here in decades. The IDF says Operation Iron Wall is different. They say they are striking at the heart of terror in the West Bank. Bulldozers ripping up the streets, airstrikes, controlled demolitions destroying dozens of houses. Streams of people fleeing the Jenin refugee camp, where they have lived since they were displaced in Israel's founding in 1948. 16,000 people have left, according to the local mayor, taking all they can, heeding warnings from the IDF given by leaflet, by drone, by loudspeaker. Roads dug up, restricting movement and cutting off communities across the northern West Bank. Palestinians routinely stopped and searched. This war disrupting almost every part of daily life here. And there's no end in sight. Jamal Al-Zubaydi has already lost 2 of his sons in the fighting, another was injured, and a 4th is in jail. Israel says that Jenin is at the center of terror, militancy. What do you think of that?
أنا بقول إنه جنين مش مركز الإرهاب، جنين هي مركز المقاومة ضد الإرهاب اللي بيمارسه الكيان الصهيوني، لأنهم هم الإرهابيين وهم اللي احتلوا أرضنا وهم اللي شردونا من بيوتنا، فهم الإرهابيين وإحنا إحنا بنحارب الإرهاب.
In a statement to ABC News, the IDF said they have thwarted 2,000 attempted terror attacks since October 7th, describing the West Bank as a complex security reality where they are dealing daily with terrorism and violent disturbance. The statement going on to say the IDF follows international law and terrorist operatives had exploited civilian infrastructure. With the expansion of the raids comes tragedy. Cries at a funeral for a 2-year-old baby. Layla Al-Khatib killed by gunfire after an Israeli raid on Jenin, according to Palestinian officials. And this security video from Tulkarm, showing the moment 10-year-old Saddam Hussein Rajam was shot by the IDF on January 28th. Left in critical condition, he died just over a week later. The IDF said they are aware of both incidents and have launched investigations. Israel is adamant this is just the beginning.
מחנה הפליטים ג'נין לא יחזור להיות מה שהיה. אחרי השלמת המבצע יישארו כוחות צה"ל במחנה כדי לוודא שהטרור לא יחזור.
There have been many battles in Jenin, and the family are determined to return to their homes. What if the IDF stays in Jenin?
راح تستمر المقاومة. ما فيش شيء بيجي بدون ثمن يعني.
To what extent are you willing to pay a price?
أنا دفعت أغلى ما عندي. يعني دفعت 8 سنوات أنا مضيتها في السجن، أولادي مضوا سنوات في السجن، أولادي اليوم تحت التراب، لا أبعد الحدود حتى النهاية يعني.